Tonight on the South Today, Milton marks 15 years since its controversial prison opened, but some say it's been a boon. Queenstown's tech sector gets a shot in the arm thanks to a $20 million business loan from the government. And Toitu Otago Settlers Museum throws open the doors on an eagerly awaited exhibit just in time for Christmas. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. It's been 15 years since the Otago Corrections Facility opened just north of Milton. At the time, many locals in the town of Opportunities were concerned about the effect the prison would have on the small town. But long-running local mayor Brian Cadogan says it hasn't all been bad news.
It's colloquially known as the Milton Hilton, and behind its fences and concrete walls, the Otago Corrections Facility houses around 400 prisoners. It initially caused a degree of angst in the local community when it was established in 2007. But Clutha District Mayor Brian Cadogan suggests the local council sees the facility as an excellent contributor to society.
They've been a great employer and a great contributor to, especially to Milton and Waihola. So there's a lot of people live here that work at the prison, so you've got good steady incomes, but also that social and sporting and the like. We're just lifting the numbers up.
Cadogan recalls one escapee who got out and was on the lam for a while before being caught sleeping in a shearer's quarters. But he says every person deserves a second chance, as all humans can make mistakes. So as a society, we need to see the bigger picture.
I don't think that having the prison there has to any great degree changed the criminal profile of society, of our society. No, I don't.
Cadogan says an agreement with the Department of Corrections that every prisoner from the North Island goes back there has largely been adhered to. But he believes the crew at the Otago Corrections Facility are doing a good job and will play their part in society for years to come. In South Otago, the South Today.
A proposal from Dunedin's mayor has been rejected, which could see cuts to the pay of councillors not holding chair or deputy roles. Dunedin Mayor Jules Raddick put forward a remuneration proposal for the coming triennium, which would reduce the pay of some councillors by more than $8,000. Left-wing councillors David Benson Pope and Steve Walker were the only two without a chairperson role. After feeling they were offered positions Raddick knew they would turn down. They both feel his actions are politically motivated. As per tradition, deputy roles usually get paid the same as other councillors. The Remuneration Authority rejected the proposal, saying it's unlikely it would be lawful. Raddick claims to have been unaware of the tradition. He insists it reflects the difference in work he expected from those holding extra responsibility. The Queenstown Lakes District's famous for its tourism-based economy, but it could be about to change. A couple of businesses in the software sector are set to receive multi-million-dollar loans with the goal to create a diverse economy.
Queenstown's biggest names listening in as the town takes another step towards economic resilience with a $20 million government loan. The two companies, Target 3D and Loaded Reports, received a total of $3.25 million from the Queenstown Economic Transformation and Resilience Fund. Shannon Dowsett says his company will be using $2 million to establish a Queenstown digital studio.
So the $2 million grant is 100% the enablement of Target 3D putting its commercial business into New Zealand.
The studio will include infrastructure like LED screens, motion capture, game engine servers, lighting, production equipment and staging.
Really just open our doors to those users who want to get access to a space that wouldn't normally be available.
Dowsett says they will be ready to go as soon as the $45 million Queenstown Research and Innovation building at Remarkables Park is open. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Warm weather embraced the annual Santa Parade and Christmas in the Bluff Gala Day yesterday. Led out by Bluff's town crier, the town's Christmas parade drew in crowds at the weekend. Groups including Steve-O the Stag, members of the local steampunk fraternity and even Mrs Claus herself turned up for the day. A deconstructed dragon on a trailer towed by a pristine-looking classic Ford Falcon was the preview, as Santa finally drifted by, enjoying the comforts of a local surf lifesaving club inflatable rescue boat. It was complete with an after-party full of face painting, market stalls and mini jeeps to cap the day off. Southlanders celebrated the coming of Christmas in style, with the biggest party on the region's calendar seeing another successful year.
More than 5,000 people trotted along to Invercargill's Christmas at the Races over the weekend. Event organisers were happy with ticket sales. The event sold out just hours after opening, with 1,000 walk-in tickets being sold. Despite the cloudy skies, punters were still out in their best suits and dresses enjoying the day. Alongside the races, there was live music, a fashion show, and of course, trailer loads of drinks.
Really good environment. It's a de-stress day. It's a party. That's what we're here for. The principle is horse racing. Obviously, human welfare and horse welfare is paramount, and the track's excellent.
This year marked the 16th year for the event. Bellew believes Christmas at the Races has turned into Southland's biggest party of the year. In Invercargill, the South Today.
A popular Christmas tradition is back as Dunedin families queued up last Friday to pay a visit to Pixie Town. The latest incarnation of the popular animatronic attraction is on now display at Toitū Otago Settlers Museum for a limited time.
Marching towards Christmas. The mechanical clatter of hundreds of tiny feet filled Toitū Otago Settlers Museum on Friday as curators fired up the Pixie Town display. Taking the kids to visit the Pixies at Christmas is a Dunedin tradition, ever since Santa's model helpers first found a home in the DIC department store back in the 1950s.
We had a great queue. I think the advertising works well, and because it's run every year, it's just a really exciting time when parents bring their kids along, grandparents bring their grandkids, and it's got a lot of history to the city.
According to the museum, curators put a lot of love and effort into maintaining the mechanical marvels.
We have a selection of about 13 units, and we rotate through those each year just to give them a rest and keep them up to speed. But we try to revamp the display every year, and I'm very happy with how it's looking this year.
One section is proving particularly popular this year. Museum hosts say the tiny circus scene with moving zoo animals is drawing most of the attention. Exhibition organisers believe the intricate scenes encourage repeat viewing, as there's always something new for children to discover. The free exhibition is open for visits until the Friday before Christmas, before it's packed away again until next year's festive season. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Whai Yakane, still to come on the South Today. The sun shines on another Southern Santa parade, and we continue our look back at the year in news from across the South.
Earth is a planet of extremes, extreme places, and extreme animals. But some animals are more extreme than others. Join us as we count down to find the most unusual, the most extraordinary, the most extreme. Drop when you
Hi, we're H Concern Otago.
H Concern Otago hosts a multitude of social activities, including Little Box.
Don't mention Christmas! There's huge savings on beds, bedroom, lounge, dining and much, much more. Plus 50% off all outdoor furniture. And you can pay it off over 24 months interest-free.
Hi, my name's Matt and I'm the Dines Group CEO. Dines is a company that's focused on selling logistics solutions to its customers. We're passionate about selling efficiency and we've been selling efficiency for over 50 years now.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Great Britain has a collection of varied landscapes and countryside to rival anywhere else in the world. And the best way to see it is to walk.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Southland turned on a stunning day for the annual Gore Christmas Parade. The sun shone down as parents and children lined the streets to catch a glimpse of the man in red.
Gore Mayor Ben Bell sporting a summer look for the annual Gore Christmas Parade. There were plenty of traditional parade floats for the locals lining the streets. Event organisers doing their best to up the energy levels this year.
So yeah, it was more of a, Santa's Grotto, silent disco, party vibe.
Street performances proved popular with onlookers.
Instead of having lots of small performances on stage, we had three main acts, which was a circus street performer, music and then a magician. And
the town's mayor reckons the event's organisers got the mix just right.
The community came out in force and the weather came out for us as well, so it's been super hot and lovely. It's been great for the community and the event staff put on a fantastic event.
This vintage steam engine caught the eye of passers-by. Organisers also thanked the multitude of sponsors for making the free party possible. In Gore, the South today.
February saw a surge of people getting vaccinated against COVID-19 across.
Well, now we continue our look back at the year in news from across the South. The second month of 2022 began with tertiary students returning to Dunedin, and immunisations continued as the Omicron variant of COVID-19 started spreading in the South.
February saw a surge of people getting vaccinated against COVID-19 across the regions as the new Omicron variant started to take hold in New Zealand.
We organize for the African people and and other communities to have their first jab, especially for the kids.
Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern announced a 5-stage plan to reopen New Zealand's borders, beginning with people being able to travel from Australia without staying in MIQ.
The strong advice from our public health officials is that we still need it to manage our way through Omicron.
All eyes in Wanaka were on Beijing as the Winter Olympics was held, featuring some medal-winning performances by snowsport athletes from the central Otago town. Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott winning New Zealand's first ever gold in the women's slopestyle, with Nico Porteous following that up with a gold in the men's freestyle skiing halfpipe.
Even making it to the Olympics, it means so much to me to be back here and then, to come away with gold.
I mean, we're proud of him, we're proud of Miguel that, he got the final and skied his heart out.
Joy turned to tears as members of the Moscow Circus were trapped in Dunedin due to COVID-related travel restrictions. And later in February, a regular Dunedin guy was excited to hit the screens as part of the cast of a newly released Netflix movie.
When I got the role, I just thought it was going to be, a couple of lines here and there, and that was really going to be it.
The royal treatment was filmed around Otago, including a street party in Oamaru's historic precinct, inside Ulverston House and Larnac Castle on Otago Peninsula, which stands in as the Royal Palace in the film. Across the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Otago's prison marked 15 years of operation in Milton. Clutha Mayor Brian Cadogan believes it's been a model guest. A high-tech hub in Queenstown is now a step closer thanks to 2 large government loans for local businesses. And children queued to catch a glimpse of Christmas as Toitu revealed its popular annual Pixie Town exhibit. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the editor, Barry Stewart. Hello, Barry.
Hi, Hannah. How are
What
you?
can we expect? I'm well. What can we expect in the paper tomorrow?
Very good. Well, police in the south are heading for a record number of, or catching a record number of offenders using mobile phones, and it's a bit of a trend throughout the country. I know they're ramping that up in the north, and they've got special cameras which can detect use of phones inside the car. So,
messages stay
look
off
out
them.
there. Lights are out in Naseby as the town looks to become the first in the country to get dark sky accreditation.
Fantastic.
Tourist attraction for Naseby.
Yeah.
Preens and Otago Hospice are combining to turn old dresses into new.
Yeah, I love this concept.
Yeah, so, well, certainly they'll clean them, but some designers are involved and they're going to revamp them. So that's good news. And importantly, the Swiss women are going to base themselves in Dunedin for the World Cup Women's Football Cup.
Yeah, next year.
Next year. So
Fantastic.
Swiss, pretty strong team. So they'll play 2 games in the city. So that's good news for.
That's great, and we'll make them feel
football fans
welcome.
here. Absolutely.
Barry, thank you for your
Okay.
time this evening.
Thank you.
And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, a warmer northerly airflow will increase over the region tomorrow, with warm thunderstorms and showers later in the week. Heading to the top of the South Island, northerlies on a fine Nelson day tomorrow with a high of 24 degrees, 21 with some cloud and light winds over in Greymouth, while Christchurch can expect a fine day with breezy northeasterlies and 22 as the high. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. High cloud with north to northeast winds through here tomorrow, 25 in Ashburton and Timaru, while Oamaru will reach 22 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, expect northerlies and high cloud for your Tuesday. Wanaka and Alex a very summery 28 degrees, with Queenstown enjoying a high of 26 degrees. Heading further south, a warm day as we head through here with fresh northerlies and cloud increasing. By numbers, up to 23 in Balclutha and Gore, while the Catlins can expect a high of 21 degrees. And down to the deep south, fine tonight in Invercargill, down to 9 degrees. Warm tomorrow with sunny periods and increasing high cloud with northerlies and a high of 23. Midweek, it's looking like it'll be a cloudy day with some showers and gusty northwesterlies, the high 20 degrees. And finally, heading to Dunedin. Low cloud tonight with northeasterlies down to 13. Cloudy again tomorrow with gusty northeasterlies and a humid 20 degrees. And Wednesday is a warm one with early cloud breaking to a sunny day before late high cloud and light easterlies and the high 24 degrees. And that's the news this Monday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.